Today I am in Pokhara at Eco Spiritual Center, which is located around 15 kilometers far from Pokhara. So I'm here with Dr. Yogi Vikasananda, who is founder of monocurrency movement in Nepal, and he is the spiritual master whose speech has changed millions of people. So I'm going to have some discussion on current education system.
Okay.
And before entering into discussion, I would like to pose one question.
Okay.
The current trend of education seems to be moving towards certificate oriented.
Yes, that's it.
So it seems like it's a kind of fuel that we regularly need for economic engine.
Hmm.
So how do you share some of your experience, knowledge on this point of view?
Well, what I am saying is the half part of the education is fine because it helps to generate some money, but money is not all because money cannot buy happiness. And nowadays people are not searching basic needs, they are searching higher needs, as such happiness and some definitely spirituality. And if the modern education can address these sphere, this untouched sphere of education, then it will be completed, because people want to be happy nowadays, and if they are not happy, they either turn to be addict, drug addict, or they might commit suicide, or they might destroy their life being insane, right. That is why how to address your mind. If your mind is not happy, you cannot fulfill your life. If you are not happy with your life, then life does not carry any meaning, right. And once you are happy, then even further there something is there beyond the happiness also, that is the total freedom, that is all about the spirituality. So step by step whole humanity is going towards from basic needs to the happiness, mental needs, and mental needs to the spiritual needs, you know. In other word, we whole humanity is going towards transformation. If you are not transformed, then what happens? You are always sad, and if you are always sad, then you are not only you are sad, you make sad others as well. When you are happy, you are not happy only, you will make happy others as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that is why the education must address the happiness issue and the spiritual issue as well. If they could add these happiness issue and spiritual or the ultimate freedom issue, just then students will be equipped with the physical needs, psychological needs, and the needs of the soul as well. If we could add into our education, or if we could integrate our educational system, then education will be holistic. Now it is one winged bird, like a one winged bird. It can try to fly, but it cannot fly, because the more it tries, the more it hurts itself, right. This is what happening with us.
So yes, like when you share about will and need,
Mm-hmm.
so how can we implement this so that everyone could be benefited with the current education
Okay.
changes or addressing some important
Okay.
aspect?
What I see is that first of all we have to discover that every children is born with some talents. It is simply known as natural intelligence. Some have verbal intelligence, they can speak well, right. They can be good writer, good orator, right. And some people are born with the physical intelligence, they can be a good sportsman or good actor or good dancer. Wherever the body is needed, you know, more and more, this area is totally covered by those students who are born with this physical intelligence. And if you are born with the mathematical intelligence, then all realm of your science, you know, the all realm of the science is opened for you, because modern science is based upon the mathematics. That is why those students who are very good at the mathematics, They can be scientists or technicians or wherever the math is needed, a lot of spheres are there where the math is needed. These people enjoy that spheres as well. So, if we could just follow this pattern, that the first of all we have to find out our students, this is just the example. See, there is a one hospital, let us say 100 patients are there, and if the doctor admit the same medicines to everyone, then few people will survive and most of them will die.
Definitely, yes. Yes.
Yeah, same thing is happen with our education, It is good for few people, but most of people are suffering from education. That is why they turn to be drug addicts. Yeah, some people committed suicide, some people became badly depressed. Yeah. So, first of all, we should understand our education should pay for us for bread and butter as well as the need of heart. So, the educational model should be put in such a way your students should be happy while they are learning. Yeah. If you are not happy, they cannot progress, right. So, what I see is that how you can make some people creative as well as happy at the same time, unless and until you follow their inner talent, their intelligence. That is why the big job of let us say academician, as you already mentioned, they should homework a lot about educational model, so that they can find out that okay, these children have this type of intelligence and these children have this type of intelligence. First of all, they have to find out what type of intelligence are possessed by the students, and according to their patron, according to their ability, according to their intelligence, we should allot educational system, we should share educational system with them. Just then they can be happy with what they are studying, because they were born for that. Yeah, like a fish is born to swim.
Yes.
Yeah, and birds are born to fly. So, they need the education according to their abilities.
So if I see the general concept of current education trend, that means in school level you are obliged to study all the subjects.
That's
For
it.
example, 10 or 12 subjects.
That's it.
So how can a child develop his passion or figure out what he likes? So do you think that this is the talent is being misused?
Oh, of course, there is no doubt. Once I just speculated about this area, let me put it in different way. Let us say, when you see the mark sheet of the children, one subject is very, very good. I am very good at one subject, yeah, but I am not good at other subjects. And whenever I check the certificate of children, then I easily find out what is his intelligence, because he is very good at one subject. So, the teachers or the academicians should say or should think, should make the policy that okay, you are born for this subject because you are good at it. So, you must have at least merit in this subject, and all subjects we do not care, whether you are pass or fail in other subject, there is no problem. So, do not feel tensed with these all other subjects rather than one subject that you are born for, right. And if you could say to the children that okay, be happy with your subject and you must pass, not only pass, you must bring merit for this because you are born for that. This subject will bring happiness for you, in future it will give bread and butter for you because you are good at it. Yeah. But you should not be engaged with other subjects that much, right. If you could make this policy, then I think the children will be very happy.
That means he is not obliged to study or pass in all the
Other subjects, yeah, but one subject he should pass, not only pass, he should bring merit.
So in one of your speech, I find that you have shared a message: follow your education
Along with
passion.
Yeah, follow your passion along with your education. Yeah.
So would you please elaborate?
Yeah, that's what I have just mentioned right now. I have been pointing the same subject, that when you see the mark sheet, as for example, take my experience as a child, I am not good at all subjects, but I love history. When I studied some figures in history like a Napoleon Bonaparte or Socrates, they touched me a lot. Yeah, they shook me a lot. And at that time, I thought as a child, one day I will be a philosopher. When I studied Socrates, and when I studied Napoleon, then at the time I committed to be a Napoleon.
Yes, yes, yes. Been changing.
It doesn't matter, but it stimulates me. The matter is it stimulates me. Oh yes, I should be something in future, right? But when I study mathematics, I don't feel like that. I don't have excitement because I am not born for that. Yeah, that's why, as me, every students are good at one subject and bad at other subjects, right? This is how you will find out what is your passion. Yeah, and just you help them to go and grab your subject and just forget others.
Okay, like we have also been working with academic institution
Mm-hmm.
in Nepal and also in abroad.
Mm.
So, if you have few things to give an advice or suggestion to academic institution and also to the parents, because I find that parents' role and academic institution role is very significant for changing the child in the life of
Okay.
the children.
One vital thing I have been observing is, first of all, we should have a meeting regularly with parents, children, as well as teachers. Yeah, these three parties should be one place, and this meeting should hammer out what is the problem of children, what is the expectation of parents, and what is the problem of teachers.
Okay.
So we should hammer out, first of all, and we have a Zoom meeting nowadays. That's why it is damn easier. Yeah, you shouldn't present physically. That's why regularly, once in a week, then we should have these triangle meetings, where we listen to the children, and children will listen to the teachers, and teacher will listen to the parents, and parent in turn listen to their children, so that we will understand where is the problem, where is the expectation, yeah, and where is the intelligence of the children, what the children want, what the parents want, and what the teachers want, and what is the problem.
Okay.
Then we will distinctly find out. If we hammer out, then we definitely find out, okay, this is the problem and here is the solution. As for example, no children wants to study these days. Why? Because they are good at one thing, but they have to study everything.
Yes, this is the problem.
Yeah, and the problem with the parents is they are misunderstanding. They think that with education their children will be great in future, but it is not education what makes your children great, it is their talent. They just don't understand this. That's why they are hypnotized for a long time, be educated and everything will be all right. No, we should awake them, reawake them. We should realize them that no, your children don't need education, they need talent. So follow their talent along with their education. Education is like a cup, talent is drink inside the cup. So with empty glass, what will you do? With empty place, what will you do? Because the hunger person need the food, not the plate. Without plate, it's okay, but without food, it's not okay. The modern education is decorated plate, wonderful plate without food. That's why our all children remain hunger, psychologically hunger, spiritually. The hunger is always there because they want something solid that fits to them, and education is not providing that. That's why when we see the parents and the teachers, and teachers can be neutral, because teachers has nothing to say to parents, nothing to say to the children. All they need is their profession should run smoothly, that's all, right? teachers want to run their profession smoothly, and the problem is children and the parents. Yeah, because we don't allow them to do the work the way they wanted to do or they want to do. Yeah, that's why the ignorance of the parents, yeah, and let us say it is the ignorance of the parents, because their parents always wants their children to be well educated, and that is the ignorance. They should be talented. You should convince them that they need education, it is just a plate, but they need a food, that is the talent. Yeah, once if you could convince the parents, then if they realize, then it will be very easier to the teachers. Yeah, and it comes easier to the teacher and to the children, to the parents, then automatically it comes easier.
Yes, definitely. You mean like
True.
the attitude of the parents and the academic institution is lined with to the same line. That means it will be easy.
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah,
Teaching calendar.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So in the first conversation, you have stated that you want to link something spirituality in education, and
Of
let us,
course, of course.
yes, how we can define spirituality from your perspective. Like,
Okay, very simple. Spirituality is not a philosophy, it is also a methodology. So, practice some yoga, breathing exercise, some meditation in your educational system, that is all.
no, I don't find anything this kind of yoga, meditation, and
It's coming,
education.
it's coming.
So, do you think that the life of the children can be transformed or changed?
Or change, they will be changed, totally changed, because in worldwide there are some schools, they have been trying to incorporate this meditation into their education, some yoga, even in Nepal, you know, the trend is coming. And definitely, if you are a bit, if your children or say students are a bit meditative, then it will be very easier to handle to them.
So, okay. Also, I find that in one of the statement we have expressed just with pranayam, the children have developed a lot.
A lot memory especially,
How, like, if you
because see, education and the brain goes
hand to hand.
hand to hand, they go hand to hand, education and the brain, because brain is receptor of education. Yeah, brain learns, and to learn the brain needs the fuel, and the fuel is the oxygen. The more oxygen your brain gets, the easier learning. Yeah, that is why in pranayama what happens is that you get more and more oxygen, and because of oxygen your brain is charged. Most of the time your brain will be charged or alert, and the alert brain, the charged brain can grab whatever being taught, you know, because for education all you need is the concentration and the memory, and for that all you need is the brain coupled with the oxygen.
Yes, but in current trend of education, I find that it is a kind of memorizing. Memorize what is mentioned in the course book,
Of
and
course.
then you have to vomit out
Yeah, of
in the
course.
exam paper.
Yeah,
Then you get the marks. So
yeah,
your
yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing is calculated on numerical values.
That's it.
So how we can
No,
make
we have
meaningful out of it?
already discussed that. The other subjects, okay, you vomit or not vomit, that's your business. But these children should not be fail in other subject, except one subject, as we mentioned. And in that subject, he is not supposed to vomit. He should be creative. Yeah, he should be productive. He should be creative, and he should allow to experiment with his talent and education. You know, this is how one subject you should take very seriously. Like the PhD scholar, they research. Yeah, so in the same modality, you know, as a PhD scholar do, they research. So your children should research on one subject. Yeah, okay, need not to be a particular textbook. There is a computer, and out of computer you can retrieve a lot of informations and create your values, research your values or your education for you or your subject. As for example, you are mathematical personality, let us say you are the mathematically oriented personality, okay, go into the computer, right, and research, study.
Yes, like for example, when I was a student, I like English literature,
Mhm.
and on mathematics, science, history, geography, I'm not good at all. Like
Everyone
I
is like
hardly
that.
get
Yeah.
5 or 10 marks.
Every.
So I fail in all the subjects.
Oh, yeah.
So when it comes into English literature, I'm fond, and I
Okay.
spend
Yeah.
like hours and
Yeah.
hours,
That's
but
it.
never
That's
get
it.
tired.
That's what I'm pointing out.
But I got a little bit humiliated in
Oh.
class because I fail in all the subjects, pass in English literature,
Okay.
but they don't pay any respect, so I feel a little bit
Okay.
distress,
Yeah.
misery.
Yeah.
So now we are working in the field of education so that every children could figure out their passion
Yeah.
and
That's it.
talent.
Yeah.
So this is what we have been doing.
Yeah, that's a wonderful, wonderful. As I just mentioned that one subject should be taken very seriously. That's all. One subject.
Yes. So thank you very much for your
Thank you.
insightful discussion on
Thank you.
education, and
Thank
we
you.
really
Thank you.
appreciate your
Thank you.
valuable suggestions. So we
Thank you.
will
Thank
try
you.
to implement this
Thank you.
through our academic
Thank
institution.
you.
And
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Jai Hos.
Okay.